Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at what we got. Look what we got. Give me a second, Kath. Give me a second. Check out the sky. Kath, just go ahead and request to join. And I'll get you there in a second. I just want to show the sky right up here. Look at the sky, man. Isn't it really pretty? It's really, really pretty. Right there. So let's throw it right there. The sun's gonna come up there. We got some clouds here, and we're gonna have Kath over in Australia join us. Over in Perth. Hold on there, Kath. Let me get you in here. And probably gonna throw my headphone on so I can hear you better. There we go. There we go.
Oh, that's me.
I'm gonna be doing my normal zooming and all that other stuff in here. But are you at the beach?
Yep. I don't know how
Yep.
long for.
Because
Because my phone decided to not charge.
Yeah, I see. I've done that before. Anyways, welcome everybody. We get 11 people in here. We'll let everyone know what's going on here in a second. But this is what it's looking like over here on Cape Cod. Kath is over in Perth in Australia. And we're doing a sunrise in honor of a friend of ours, Barb, who passed away on September 1st. And everyone that normally comes into my lives knows Barb. Whether it's with the sunrise, she's been here every day. You know, when I'm live, always gives me a corgi for a gift. You know, or when we're doing diamond art in the winter, she's always in there doing her diamond art, stuff like that. Barb passed away September 1st, August, what was it? 23rd, I think. She ended up having a aneurysm, and she had a brain bleed and went into the hospital there. And no, I'm sorry, what was it? September? When did she die? September 1st. Yeah, it was in August. I can't remember now. But anyways, she didn't fare well and never came out of it, and ended up passing away on September 1st, on Labor Day, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we haven't seen her in here for a long time, and we've all been wondering where she is and what's going on. And I've tried, I have a phone number, email address, you name it, no response. And I figured she might be away with her husband on vacation, because her and her husband Dave like to go down to the Keys and sort of get off grid and do a lot of fishing. And so finally, my last ditch effort was to write them a letter and to see what was going on. And I just asked that they could, you know, give me a call, text, anything. And he texted me and told me what was going on. And so that is the story. And he actually deleted TikTok because he's, you know, has a lot of grief and sorrow. And I told him that I was going to do this in honor of Barb. And so he re-downloaded TikTok, and hopefully he'll be in here just to watch and to see the sun come up in honor of Barb. So that is the deal. And Kath is doing the same thing, honoring her with a sunset in Perth. If it happens with her phone. Yeah, we'll see.
We're hanging in.
You're hanging in there. You're hanging in there. So beautiful morning. Beautiful morning here, and sort of looks pretty out there, Kath.
It does. It's going to come alive along the bottom a little.
Yep.
I was telling Lou on the way here that I I was looking. I wasn't even going to come because it just looked so awful. And then I thought I'll just drive down, and even if I don't have a pretty sunset, I'll sit and watch Luz and sit at the beach. And Barb loved the beach. And then I was coming down the hill and it was all cloudy, and I said to her, Barb, I said, this is shit. I said, turn it on, turn something on. And I parked my car, and I looked out the window, and there was this big, huge rainbow just behind me, like not over the ocean, but just where I parked. And I said,
Right.
nice try, wrong spot, but
Well,
and then I came out of the car, and I told Lou, and I walked down this hill to the beach, and no word of a lie, this baby rabbit just crossed my path not 5 minutes ago. I've never seen a rabbit at the beach ever.
never seen a rabbit at the beach ever, huh? Well, there you go.
Nah, never. So we
So
haven't got a pretty sunset, but she's turned it on in other ways.
she turned it on in other ways, which is great.
Yeah.
But we have a nice sky, and so that's what we're doing. We're honoring Barb. If anyone in here wants to pop in, I don't usually do that, but if you want to pop in and say something, please request. If Barb was in your lives and you knew Barb, like I said, I usually don't do that, but I will. I will, at least for the next couple of minutes or so. Sunrise I think is at 5:17, so we get a little bit of time. Right now, the sky is really, really pretty. It really is, and so I want to make sure that we catch a lot of the sky here. You can keep yours the way you want to keep it, Kath. I'm gonna do my thing here
Yeah, no worries.
and try to get a nice overview of what's going on here. Because morning, champ. What's up, Aaron? We're doing a sunrise in honor of Barb, our friend Barb, who for years, 5 years at least, I've been doing TikTok, and she's always been in here. And she passed away, so she loved watching the sunrises, loved doing diamond art with us in the winter, and she was actually looking forward to seeing me doing the acrylic paint by numbers. So it is what it is. This is it, man. This is life, and we've talked about this, me and a few other people, um, about social media and building relationships on social media. Okay, that we're all friends. We have friends. We talk to people every day. We live stream. A lot of people watch us, and then what really happens when all of a sudden it goes dark? I'm not talking about TikTok going away or anything like that, but the person you know and love, you watch, you share your thoughts with, they go away. What happens? If you do have some people that you're really close with that are on social media, it might be wise to tell some loved ones or something like, hey, it's really important if something happens that you get in touch with this person or that person, and let them know so other people will know what happened. Um, just a suggestion. Just a suggestion. So, what's
Lou,
up,
there's a
Rosie?
man down there being attacked by a seagull.
Well, zoom in on
I
him.
couldn't make this up. I've never seen anyone get attacked by a seagull before.
No, I
It's
have.
like shooing it away and everything.
Star, yes, Star. Yes, that's what we're just talking about. This morning sunrise is dedicated to Barb. Barb passed away September 1st at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. She ended up having an aneurysm the end of August, and she never came out of it. She ended up pretty much in a coma, I believe, and there wasn't much that could be done. And over time, they gave her some palliative care there, and she passed away on September 1st. So, right. So that is what happened to Barb. So we got our answers, but yeah. So this is This is for Barb. This sunrise and cloudy sunset over in Perth. But like I said, if anyone wants to come up and say anything, uh, talk about Barb, please do. You know, just request. You don't have to show your face or anything, but if you want to say something, there we go. But what a beautiful morning! Look at that sky, man. Look at that sky. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Just get in there. She's starting to change a little over here. Look at this. So I'm gonna try to keep our horizons the same. Whoa! Now there we go. Now we're looking like it looks. That's one thing about the sensor on the phone. It does what it does. You can't screenshot? Why is that, Rachel? You should be able to screenshot. If you have a iPhone, you can hold down the screen for a second or two, and then when it comes up, hit clear screen, swipe right on your Android, and that is about that. I'm not sure why. Maybe you can't screenshot when we have duals going on, dual lives. But look at this, right there. I'm gonna end up probably. I'm gonna hold it right there, even though the sun's coming up to the left. We've got these clouds sort of changing here. Right. Come on, nudge, nudge. I might have to go back and move my car. There were like 10 boats in here when I pulled in. I had to park in a boat parking spot. Yeah, it's working fine. Well, I hope she's able to do a screenshot. No. Well, screenshot it. Okay. Do like I said, clear the screen, screenshot it, and then go and crop it. Okay. I don't know if you know how to do that though, but take your picture and then go in and edit it and crop the picture. Okay. You should be able
Lou,
to
what I
do that.
might do is I
What?
might jump out for a sec. I might jump out for a sec
Yeah.
and just let them enjoy yours for a bit. Mine isn't looking like it's going to do anything spectacular. If it turns it on, I'll come back.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, and I'll let them. Yeah, I'll let them get some screenshots. And
Okay.
yeah, there's not much happening here at the moment.
All right.
No
Well,
worries. All right.
Thanks for popping
I'll come
in.
back.
All right.
That's all right. No worries. Bye.
Bye. All right. Well, ooh, wow, ooh, what happened? All right. Well, there we go. Uh-oh. Whoa, there we go. All right. So let's real quick, let's do a scan. Okay. Here we go. Let's just do a little scan and then I'll zoom in on some parts. No, Rich, that's all right. She wasn't going to come in anyways, and there was a possibility of the sun coming down and us actually seeing it set. So Kath comes in a lot, and we do dual sunrise sunsets. So it's nothing that you said, nothing that you said. There's a blue line. This is a blue line. All right, let's get in over here because this is doing some changing. And look at that sky. Look at that sky right there. Right there. Beautiful. Let's zoom in a little bit here. And we're going to lose some of that color because that's what the sensors do. I got to determine what do I want. All right. Let me pull her out. Let me go here real quick. You can see that sky right there. So, oh, look at that purple on there. All right. Pull her back. Let's get it to right there where it looks normal. That is what it looks like. Very pretty, very pretty. And we get some clouds changing over here too. It's not that cold out, man. It really isn't. I don't know why the phone's doing this. But, yeah, we'll get zoom in there. There we go. That's what she's looking like. Coffee and cheers to Barb. Cheers to Bob. Right there. But still, it's a pretty sunrise. It really is. We'll keep it right about there for now. Maybe pull back just a little bit. Get a little more in here. How about like that? Yes? No? Maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. For some reason, man, it's just look at the moon. The moon's right above us, man. I wonder. Let me see if I can do something. All right. Let me see if I can do something. Can't do it. Can't do it. There's the moon right there. See the moon? There's the moon. And then we come down right here and we get our sun. Still very pretty. Very pretty sky. Hey, there's Dave. Dave, I believe you're Dave, Barb's husband. I believe Dave that just popped in is Barb's husband. And was I out last week doing what, metal detecting? Or I did go out last week a few times. I did find a couple of rings, actually 3 rings last week. But I was here. I was here. Beautiful, beautiful sky. Beautiful sky. Oh, for sunrise. Oh, no, I did a sunrise every day last week. Every day I did a sunrise last week. You can go back and watch those. Let's zoom in a little bit. But again, we're doing this for Barb. Even Saturday I did a sunrise. Yeah, I did. Beautiful sky. Look at the sky. Awesome. But again, yeah, I think everybody that regularly comes in, we're gonna miss seeing Barb. Barb would always give me a corgi, as a gift, and she loved seeing the meat wagon, the boat, the meat wagon. And I don't know if he's gonna be putting his boat in today or not. That would be awesome if he did. I'm gonna look behind me. I know you've been watching since 2021, and Barb has always been in there. She's always been walking her little Yorkie, going out, and that's Barb. What she's doing, she's like walking the dog, and she would love the sunrises. Mrs. Wiggins, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Look at that sky. Oh, how pretty. How pretty. Thanks, Barb. Thanks for giving us a nice little show here, right? Yeah, always the first to comment. Yeah. I mean, and Blue, thanks, Blue. That just makes it more special. The corgis. Yes, Rachel, our friend in here, Barb Bliss, she passed away on September 1st at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And finally, her husband was able to text me and let me know because, as you know, we've probably been talking for a couple of weeks of where Barb is, and people have been asking, you know. So my last ditch attempt was to write a letter, and I wrote a letter, and uh, her husband Dave, which is in there right now, he responded and told me what was going on. So unfortunately, he didn't have any access to her phone, so he wasn't able to get in touch with people that she kept in touch with, and to let them know as far as social media goes and things like that. Because Barb has been in a lot of people's lives, frequenting people that do diamond art, metal detecting. She loved metal detecting. She loved diamond art. She loved the sunrises, and so she was a beautiful soul. And She was an amazing woman. She really was. Even given her age, she's in her 70s. She loved the band Tool. We're like Tool. She always boasted about she went to Woodstock. She was at Woodstock, and we're like, okay, that's cool, but Tool, really? So, which is cool. I like Tool. I think they're a very accomplished band, man. Their music is very complex, believe it or not. But so, but hey, this is gonna be someday. Like if we all make it, like to the nursing homes, we're gonna be jamming with like Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, and you know that's gonna be nursing home music. Probably a little closer for me than some. She listened to Tool. Yes, she loved Tool. All right, I'm gonna pull this back real quick. So I'm just gonna let these boats go by because that's very pretty for my after video. Yeah, you can't do death metal. Tool's not death metal though. I can do a little death metal, like maybe a minute or two. But all right, look at the sky. Look at this. Oh, that is as far back. Let's do something here. Let's do something. I want to show you guys the sky. Barb, you gave us a beautiful sky. Look at this. I'm gonna put it up like this. All right, here we go. Ready? Ready? Here we go. Nice slow roll. We'll keep up with that boat. Keep up with that boat. Look at the sky. Look at the sky. Yeah, I can't do opera. Opera is something that I just cannot do. Just can't, man. I can't. I just can't do the really heavy woman with the Viking costume on, and um, jeez, I can't. Look at this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Where's the stuff? Where's the moon? Where's the moon? Where is it? Is the moon up there? Ah, the moon's up there. Anyways, look at that. Look how pretty this is. Look how pretty. My God. And that's where the sun's going to come up right there. Hey, what's going on? I've been all right, and I've been doing okay. Let me see. Let me see. I hope you're doing all right. Guys, you can't beat this. You can't beat this. What a beautiful sunrise. What a beautiful sunrise in honor of Barb Bliss. If you guys want to take some screenshots, please do. Okay, hold your screen down if you have an iPhone for a second or two. Lift it up and hit clear screen, and swipe right on an Android, and get some nice screenshots here. Beautiful morning. What's up, Rob? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, yeah, I will. All right, let me go horizontal here. Okay, you ready? Here we go for about 15 seconds. Let's slide it. You ready? Don't fall off your seats, anything like that. Here we go. Let me pull it back. We'll go up a little high like that. Then I'll bring it down low a little bit like this because there is a little bit of color in the water there. But there we go. All right, I'm gonna turn her. Here we go. Going back up. Going back up. I should have done that earlier, once or twice, but yeah, I made you dizzy. I made you dizzy. There you go. All right, Logan. There we go. It is. I spilled your coffee. How did I do that? Thanks for the corgi. Corgis are the gift of choice today in honor of Barb. Barb's new corgi that she loved was the Sakuru corgi. Sukuro. Hey, look at this. Look at this. I gotta zoom in. I don't know. Let me get this up. Yeah, oh, if I can get it. If I can get it. I'm gonna raise my tripod a little bit, and I want to show you something. I don't know how it's gonna look, but look at that reflection in the water here. Just real quick, real quick. Let me get it. Look at this reflection in the water. Isn't that crazy? All right, let's pull it back right about there. Get that back in there. Oh boy. What did I do? What did I do? All right, I got it. This is Cape Cod, deep South Texas. Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I might have to go back and move my car. I don't know. Yeah, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Give myself a dilemma today. Got a big dilemma going on here. Come on now. Well, I guess that's it. It really is. Beautiful. So we're waiting for the sun. Sunrise is at 6:21. 6:21. So we got 6 minutes. We got a cloud bank out there. So it's gonna be probably a couple of minutes before the sun actually climbs up over that cloud bank that's on the horizon. Yeah. Was I? Yes, I'm actually partaking in a Liga Privada #9 stogie in honor of Barb, which I usually have a torch lighter, and I forgot it at home, so I'm using this Bic lighter that has nothing in it anymore. So, see, nothing. So that is it. It is a special sunrise in every way. Yeah, this is uh, like a pretty expensive one, and oh well. You have a fireplace one? Yeah, she's out. She's out. So whatever. That's fine. I will save it for another time. We got halfway through it, man. We got halfway through it, but there's wind, and this is just a little too much wind. Thank you, Rob. Doing the corgi, keeping the corgi going, keeping the corgis going. Barb said, "Not today, Luke. Put her out. Put her out." Oh man. Yeah, I don't know what I did with my thing there, my other lighter. But that's okay. You know what? It's probably in my pocket. Oh, wait a second. What do I have in here? Nope, that's not it. Those are my keys. Oh well. Thanks, Barb. There we go. Uh yeah, the anniversary, right? Cindy, of your mom. Uh but at least at least we have some closure in the sense that we know, and we're not going to be wondering forever in the day. And I really appreciate Dave letting me know. I really do. Oh, the same day. The same day. Like it wasn't. I thought it was the anniversary of your mom. Oh my goodness. Well, in honor of your mom too, then, because this is the same day. I know you are. I know you are. God has painted a beautiful canvas for us this morning in honor of our and Cindy's mom. Cindy's mom passed away the same day on the first. So, but beautiful morning, beautiful sky. Couldn't couldn't really ask for anything better. We had beautiful color. We had Kath come in from Australia, and she tried. But Kath, I think this is the end of the clouds over here that we're looking at. They just stretch from Australia all the way to here. Yeah, well, I'll get a few pictures, and if somebody wants to do that, then it'll be good. I'm gonna keep trying to light my thing here. Might have to go back to my car though. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. You guys just what is it? 6:17. Wait a second. 6:17. 6:21. Yeah. I'm gonna leave you guys for a second. Actually, you'll be able to hear me talk, but I'm gonna leave my phone unmanned here and go back to my car for a second. So just hang in there. Enjoy the sky because I really want to see if I can get this thing going again. Uh, okay, let me do that. All right, let's get back at it. I'm coming back. Uh, coming back. I am back. I am back. Thanks. Hey, look who it is. We got Lucille. We got to get Lucille in here for Barb, right? My little mascot. Forgot to put her in my cup holder here so she can watch the sunrise. Yep, we've got Lucille in here, even though Lucille's not swimming. Oh no, I thought I just saw her. Thanks, Meg. Look how pretty though, man. What a beautiful sunrise. Uh, sure. I'm actually gonna shut my headphone off. This guy's got some music playing in his little boat. Okay. She lived in Miami, Cindy. If that helps to confirm it. There we go. Again, we're doing the sunrise in honor of Barb Bliss, who's always been in here every morning. And she passed away on September 1st. So this is Barb's sunrise right here. We're getting some color starting to happen here. I'm gonna start zooming in a little bit because sunrise is at 6:21, which is now. So we'll pull her in a little. We got that cloud bank right there, and the sun's gonna come up right where that light is. So let's see what happens. There she is. There's the sun actually right there. And that wasn't a light. That was the sun. Amazingly, it's coming up through those clouds. Yeah, she was very sweet. She was a wonderful person. She really was. You know, when we're in the wintertime, when we're doing our diamond art crafting and everything like that on Wednesday nights, we're gonna miss her with her beeps. You know, we would say things that were a little risque or whatever. She'd be like beep 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 beep. You know, like they would do on TV if someone swore. So yeah, she was a big part of everything that we've done. So. And Kenny got that a lot. That's right. What's up, John? How's it going, buddy? So, dedicating a sunrise is the least we could do, you know. That's right. She was always positive, and she was everyone's cheerleader. But there's our sunrise right there. Oh, John, Barb Bliss passed away on September 1st. So I just found out, you know, a day or so ago. So I wanted to dedicate this morning's sunrise to her. So that's what we're doing. This is Cape Cod, Rebecca. We're in Massachusetts, right below Boston, sticking out here in the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, she, I believe, had an aneurysm and a brain bleed, and so went to the hospital, and there wasn't, they tried, but there wasn't much they could do, you know. So but she had hundreds of friends on TikTok and on social media, so this is the best way we could honor her, I guess. She will be missed. I'm not sure if Dave, her husband's still in here, but if you guys want to say anything to her husband, please do. He's not a TikToker, but he downloaded TikTok to be able to see the sunrise. So, like I said, I'm not sure if Dave's still in here or if this was too much for him. He's having a hard time, and I understand. When my wife passed away 11 years ago, I was having a hard time. So I have much sympathy. It is a beautiful shot. Yes, absolutely. She really was. Yeah. The earth is beautiful, but being with Jesus, man, is a lot better. So, and here it comes. Here comes the full Monty, as they say. So this is where we're going to get that sun road coming up. The sun's rising. The sun road is starting to develop here. I'm sorry if somebody asked. We're in Cape Cod. We're in Massachusetts. There we go. What a beautiful morning. Thanks, Raz. Yeah, it's well, they were able to sustain her for a week or so, but when you have that, when you lose oxygen to your brain, a lot of things happen, and it basically takes a toll on your body. So, it is crazy how fast it rises. Definitely. Definitely. She just pops right up there. Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Skywatcher. Sorry. My wife, when she passed away, she was paralyzed. She was in the hospital bedroom. My bedroom was a hospital. But she said she wasn't feeling good. She sort of stood up, so I sat up a little bit, took her wedding band off, asked me to put it on. And I said, put it on. She said, just put it on. And I put it on my finger, and as I put it on my finger, she fell back and died. And I proceeded to do certain things because, I was on the fire department at the time, and, I was the EMT and all that jazz. And but I take it as very symbolic of passing as being married to me and till death do we part, and now being, part of God's kingdom. That was the till death do we part. I did in sickness and in health. I think I honored all the commandments. All of our vows to each other. Better or for worse, we've gone through that. Sickness and health, richer, poorer. We were rich, and dang, we were poor when she passed away. But that's what marriage is about, man. Through the thick and the thin, it's sticking with each other, I'm remarried now, and I do the same thing for my wife. And I'm sure she'd do the same for me. So I don't take marriage lightly. I don't. It's not a mere thing, It's really important to me. Yes, and angels do have a better view of the sunset, sunset and sunrise. But there we go. Look at that. Look at that reflection too. All right, let's get some shimmer and glimmer and glitter right here. I'll lower this down a little bit. There we go. Beautiful. Thank you for the roses. Roses in honor of Barb. Amen. We got a lot going on. There's a lot going on. But my sunrises are always a sign of renewing. Yesterday is gone. Even though the troubles of yesterday might carry on, this is very symbolic of a renewing. Another day to deal with them, maybe in the right way instead of the wrong way. Another day to grab all the positivity that's out there instead of dwelling on our negative issues going on. So, and tomorrow will be a new day, whether we're a part of it or not. So, live life to the fullest, love everyone, and enjoy what you have, or in some cases what you don't have. And you can take that two ways, I guess, but absolutely, that is what she would want. And I guess she would want everyone to go to a Tool concert. But there's a video which I sent to her husband of when she won a 1 ounce silver bar from me, and she had a story that her dad gave her a 1 ounce silver bar. When she moved into her house, they were robbed, and whoever robbed them took the silver bar, and she happened to win a silver bar, and that silver bar she was going to pass on to her granddaughter. And so she now had a silver bar that had special meaning to her to hand off to her granddaughter. And I was able to show her husband the video, and her granddaughter will see the video and actually get that silver bar. So that was a really cool thing. Yeah, especially to be able to share the video, because he doesn't have any access to her phone or anything like that. So look at the sunrise, man. Beautiful. Probably going to go out later on today and do some detecting. I've got a few things to do. I got to do some running around. I got to get my lawn mowed, but after that, I'm going to go out and we're going to do some detecting, and we'll see. Who knows? I share so much joy. Well, I appreciate that. I'd rather do that than share any negativity and bad things, The stuff that's happened in the past week in the world, I don't like talking about on social media. I keep that and my opinions to myself, because I think that's where it should be. I definitely don't want any division. I don't want to be a part of any division. There's enough division in the world. Even doing sunrises, doing metal detecting. I've encountered over the last 5 years a lot of division with the metal detecting community, and I can't stand it. That's not why I've gone into exposing ourselves and what we're doing. Okay, to have the negativity, to have the fighting and everything like that. That was my younger years. Okay, I'd rather be a peacemaker now. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to involve myself with that or my opinions too much. Do I? Yes, sometimes I do. But, we all have our little blips. We definitely need the positivity, man. And tie-dyes. It doesn't matter. It's human nature, okay? We're not God, okay? We're not perfect. We're imperfect, and this is what humanity is like. People get on our high horses, and we're right, and you're wrong, and I know better, when we might not even know that what we believe is probably wrong. Who knows? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Whatever niche you're in on social media, there's going to be opposition from one person or another. And the thing is do you continue it? Do you sit there and stir the pot some more, or do you let it go? And that's a hard thing as a human being, to let things go when we feel offended or hurt, but we have to. It's like if someone throws a baseball at you and you catch it and you're holding on to it, okay, it's with you. But if it goes by you, man, it's gone, okay? And then do you choose to chase after it and go get it? I mean, in the game of baseball you would, but in life with bad issues, let it go. Let it go, because the more you hold on to it, the more it's going to affect you, and the more it's going to tear you down. There's Dave. I'm sorry, I was looking out into into space. So there we go. Dave, what's that? Dave sent a rose. Okay, I had to scroll up. Thanks, Dave. A rose in the ocean for Barb. Yesterday I was going to go down and buy a rose, and so I could put it in the water here, and life got a hold of me, so I didn't have a rose, and I couldn't put a plastic rose in because I'd have to jump in and what do you call it? Go get it. I can't leave a plastic rose floating around in the ocean. So, but if you guys want to, if you want to throw some roses out, we'll consider them being in the ocean for Barb. And it sounds sort of hokey saying that because it's like a gift, but and please, if Dave's in here, please let Dave know how much Barb impacted your life or how much you appreciate her before the live ends. You know, I appreciated Barb so much, so much. She was very faithful to come in and just be present. You know, on top of that, to be a subscriber and to give gifts and just to be a big part of my social media life here on TikTok. So, and she's impacted a lot of people. She really has, you know, and with our artistic abilities, you know, even with her diamond art, she would take on the most complex diamond art things, man. She did this like bakery, you know, a billion colors, and also she did like an under the water scene, and not just little pictures either, man. They were like life size, you know. And anyone that does diamond art knows that, you know, there's a lot involved with that, and man, she whipped through those things too, you know. I just I sit there and I'm just so perplexed putting one color. So definitely talented. There we go. Yep. You see, Ladybug, you had some health issues and she always checked. All right, we're going to do something in honor of Barb, okay? We're going to do something in honor of Barb. This is Barb's favorite boat right here. This is Barb's favorite boat. It's called the Meat Wagon, okay? I don't know if you'll be able to see the side of it, okay? But this is unbelievable that her favorite boat is going by the sun right here. I'll lower that a little. That is the Meat Wagon right there. That is Barb's favorite boat. Every time it went in, she was just excited for the Meat Wagon right there. So this guy doesn't even know how much he's impacted someone. So there goes the Meat Wagon. And I'm going to depart here from the sun. We're going to let the Meat Wagon just go off into the distance here. There you go, Barb. Yeah, we'll take a little moment here of silence for Barb. All right, here we go. Wow. All right, Boo. That was pretty special. Wow. He must have launched his boat down at another dock. There's another launch about a mile down the river, and he likes to go there because it's a pretty big boat, and sometimes it gets really crowded up here at certain times, so it's easier for him to launch down there. But boy. That was something. That really was something. Yeah, Logan. That it was sort of a tearjerker. Amazing morning view. Amazing live sunrise. So much going on. So much going on. But that was the icing on the cake, seeing that boat go by, because Barb absolutely adored that boat. I don't know why. I guess the name. But Barb loved to fish. She really did. Matter of fact, let me just do one thing here real quick. Okay. And I'm going to show you one picture. Okay. Hold on. Is this the picture? Well, it's not letting me, here, I'll show you this one. There's a picture of Barb. She loved to fish. I have some pictures of her fishing. That's her little Yorkie, which would probably miss her. Is probably missing her right now. But that's Barb on the boat with her husband, Dave. And I believe this was recently when they went to the Keys in May. And she loved fishing. She loved being on the water. She loved being with her husband, Dave. And she loved being in here. So we're going to miss her. We are going to be missing her, but she'll be here in spirit for sure. So, well, thanks, Bri. Appreciate it. But we're going to continue doing what we do. Do the sunrise. Every time we see the meat wagon, we're going to remember Barb. And definitely when we do our Wednesday evening diamond art crafting sessions coming up here soon, probably the middle to end of next month, we'll start that up on the backup channel, if the backup channel is still here, because who knows what's going on with TikTok. But we'll continue doing what we're doing, and always remember, and Lucille, that is about the only thing that has not happened. So there's Lucille right there. There's Lucille. There she is. We'll have to take the Beanie Baby Lucille instead. That would be amazing, though. That would be amazing if Lucille just popped up. It really would. I'm looking. Trust me. I'm looking. Doesn't seem to be, though. What a beautiful morning. Hey, Lisa. How you doing? How's things been going? Has the smoke been clearing up there? I noticed we have some smoke around here still. Oh boy, Lewis. Oh, excellent. Yeah, still we get some smoke on the horizon. The other day there was some smoke out there, so I wasn't sure. Hopefully everything's toning down. I haven't really looked on the map. There's something floating around out here. That is not Lucille, though. What in the world is that? There's some little round thing out here floating around. I don't know what it is, though. I'm just watching it. It's getting ready to... It's going from the right to the left. It's going into the sun right now. Sort of midpoint, but I have no idea what that is. I think somebody might have lost something. It's just bebopping along here. Crazy. But beautiful sunrise. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, yeah, we'll let this ride out a little more. It's really pretty. Yeah, Kim, it is. Sometimes every aspect looks like a painting. It's just, there's so many pictures that I have that I just want to paint. And I haven't really gotten back into the painting. I do acrylic painting. I have a lot of hobbies, let's put it that way. I leathercraft, I paint. I have many instruments, musical instruments, but I don't know how to play one of them. I just go about my own thing, doing my own thing. I've got electric guitars, mandolins, acoustic guitars, tongue drum, harmonicas, geez, all kinds of stuff, and then just crazy. Brian, you have a blessed day also. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. So, yeah, it's only the beginning of hobbies. Ham radio, it goes on and on forever. Oh my gosh. There we go. Thanks, Dave. Thank you. Dave, I hope you can appreciate how much Barb was loved and wanted and accepted with everybody because of who she is. You know, I don't want to say was, because she's going to live on with us, you know. Beautiful. Thanks for the hand heart. You're awesome too, Don. And the Korg-O-Matic. Yeah, she did. She really did, Raz. You know, when she wasn't here and we would talk about it, and you know, we'd tell her we missed her and everything. She loved it. She really did. She knew she was missed. Larry's doing a corgi. Every time we see a corgi, we're gonna think of Barb. Remember, she told me once what was it? It was about the corgis. One time she tried to do all the corgis. You know, there were like different corgis, one on a skateboard, everything like that, and they took it away. They took it away before she could complete. You know, given all the corgis. So I so appreciated her. I really did. And it wasn't. It's not about the gifts. It's about the intent behind it. You know. The intent was just to, you know, bless me because she knew how much I love corgis. You know, and you guys know I love corgis. I've had them all my life, except for Raggy Roo. Raggy Roo's a cockapoo, but I love her too. But I mean, I even have a corgi tattooed on my forearm, my Welshkins. That was his name, Welshkins. I called him Skinny Boy. But yeah. Now I thought I saw Dawn's corgi, or I saw Dawn give a hand heart. I'm sorry, Dawn. I'm looking out at the ocean trying to find Lucille. I really want Lucille to pop up because it's the only aspect of the live that's missing. So I apologize. I apologize. There we go. She sent a new one. I'll have to watch the screen. But it's appreciated. Trust me. It's for Barb. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, today we had beautiful sky. Beautiful color. Okay, with the clouds changing and everything. We had the beautiful sunrise. The meat wagon went by. The only thing missing is Lucille. And even though I did my little beanie baby Lucille, I want Lucille to show up. And I don't know if it's because there's too many boats or not. I'm not sure. But if at some point today I see Lucille, then we'll be complete. I'm going to have to come detect at the beach after I get all my stuff done. I don't know if I can get everything done by noon. It is for Barb. Yep. Dang, we're gonna miss Barb. All right, I am gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap up the live. Like I said, I'll probably go live later on today. I have a lot to do. I've got to do all kinds of errands, and I have to mow my lawn. I have to. So after that, after I get all my tasks and chores done, we'll go out there. Oh, what was that? I can't even say that. Taraxacum. That was crazy. That was really pretty. Thank you. The Taraxacum. All right, let's pull this back. That was fantastic. It really was. And let's take one more view here around. You're welcome. Yeah, that one was definitely pretty. I'm sure at some point Barb would give that one. So here we go. This is what we're looking like this morning. Beautiful sunrise. We'll wrap up the sunrise remembering Barb. And she'll always be in the sunrises with us. That's for sure. That's for sure. There we go. That is our view for this morning. Beautiful view. Beautiful sunrise. Barb, we love you. And may your soul live on with God, man. Peace. Dave, if you're still here, we love you too. If you need anything, please reach out. All right, everybody. God bless. I appreciate y'all. And I will see you later on for some metal detecting. Probably this afternoon. And that is that's it, man. Peace out.